Good morning, YouTube family. This is your boy, Satoshi Boomin, coming at you again with another video. Looks like we got a short video today, so let's get right into it. Crypto market wipes out 14 billion as feared Bitcoin halving dump starts. The crypto market lost 14 billion overnight as Bitcoin price dropped from 9,200 to 8,600 by more than 6.5%. The correction occurred with less than 7 days left to go before the highly anticipated block reward halving initiates on May 12th. And as we all know what the block halving reward is, miners, they validate transactions. If you validate a transaction, you get 12 Bitcoin per block. Now you get in 10 days you're going to be getting 6.25. Historically, a halving imposed positive long-term impact on the price of Bitcoin, but in previous halvings, Bitcoin recorded pre and post halving pullbacks. See, we know this when we look at the halving chart here in a minute. We'll really zoom in and see that yes, there is a dump before and after the halving. We expect this, but I don't think that this was just a weekend dump. Whales taking profits. I don't think that this was the real Bitcoin dump. Let's go further. Why is the crypto market selling off as the halving nears? The crypto market tends to front run most events that can have a significant effect on the price trend of a major cryptocurrency. Ahead of the major happening, what what ahead of a major happening such as the Bitcoin halving, wow, the price of BTCs typically sees a large rally as euphoria surrounding the narrative intensifies. But as the Bitcoin halving approaches, the interest in the event starts to decline. For that reason, Bitcoin saw steep pullbacks after every previous halving. Yes, that's true, but I just think that that is just a lot of noobs expecting it to go to the moon, and then when it doesn't go to the moon, they sell off, and then eventually the real hodlers start to take over. Miners, again, they're gonna need to start selling at higher in order to keep their mining rigs going. I did a story yesterday that points out that miners need $14,000 to $15,000 Bitcoin in order to stay profitable. And as we can see, Bitcoin can reach that easily. Um, with 19 and other events going on, I think that's artificially suppressing the price, in my opinion. Um, so let's take a look here. Here's another one. On the fundamental side, the Bitcoin blockchain network did not see an increase in user activity, unique address growth, and the number of daily transactions. The number of unique addresses used topped over at over a million addresses in 2017, and since then it has struggled to see rises above 700,000 addresses. Um, okay, but we know that more and more people are getting into the market now. We know that Coinbase has seen the rise and spike of new deposits of $1,200 or more due to the 19 stimulus package. So I don't really know what to make about this. This just seems like, oh, the market's down, so let me just make a couple of money off a couple of clicks with a little bit of FUD. Yes, the market did dump yesterday, but we have to understand it's Monday. The futures market for the stock market came out, and that didn't look too good. So, you know how the markets work. People are irrational. Whales are taking profits. They need their money for the week. So, a lot of that has to do with it. I expect during the middle of the week that we should see a retracement back upwards towards 9K to 10K, and then finally towards 12K like I had predicted earlier. I could be wrong. Oh, and I'm supposed to say this in the videos. This isn't financial advice. I mean, if you're taking financial advice from me, then you probably shouldn't be in this market. This is just fun. This is just news. And although this isn't financial advice, you're probably going to follow it anyway. So if you do follow it, just keep your eye out on the news and don't FOMO. So yeah, this is the Bitcoin dump news of today. Bitcoin in emerging markets, the Middle East. I talked about this the other day. Lebanon getting into Bitcoin, other markets getting into Bitcoin. It is a truth. It is a truth universally acknowledged by pundits of crypto Twitter that emerging markets are more likely to see revolutionary Bitcoin usage. If you don't know what an emerging market is, that is, I believe that's a second world country, maybe. However, the term emerging markets encompasses most of the planet, including a handful of wealthy nations. For instance, even if fiat dominated volumes are dwarfed by Asian whales or U.S. institutions, scrappy crypto traders in Turkey might have a disproportionate impact on the global Bitcoin economy. Yes, we see that. We see trading in Russia where they secretly banned crypto. I mean, they kind of banned it, they shadow banned it, but not really. Now they're reducing restrictions on it. A couple of months ago, we had news about India kinda, sorta lifting the ban on crypto, but there was not a ban on crypto, but people thought there was a ban on crypto, but now there's not. So yes, in emerging markets, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are definitely booming, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. But this is even more interesting. Take a look at this. Generally speaking, regions with weak states and educated diasporas see more grassroots adoption. For example, Lebanese entrepreneur Michael Haber said that said most of the 26 remote workers involved in his web startup, Sniffo Global, now prefer Bitcoin paychecks. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Let's continue. Haber has already been paying some developers this way with Bitcoin from Beirut's grassroots trading networks for 2 years. Now that most workers would rather receive Bitcoin, he encourages his colleagues to get mobile wallets. I mean, guys, I'm gonna come on here every day and preach to the choir here. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is the future of money. We already have people wanting to get paid in Bitcoin. If I could get paid in Bitcoin, I would, but my HR department wouldn't allow that, so we can't talk about that right now. But we are gonna be, I am in the future gonna be paid in strictly Bitcoin. That's my goal, and I don't even have to do it out of necessity. These people in Lebanon, they have to do it out of necessity because their government failed them. I'm not going to take the chance of America failing me. I'm going to hedge my bet. I'm going to position myself to prepare for the unthinkable. Let me start that over. The Arab Weekly ran a column in April about how the collapsed banking system is destabilizing Lebanon. Protests surrounded the central bank in April, and protests around the bank branches even turned deadly. The situation continues to simmer, and we can see here a picture. These people aren't happy. These people worked all their lives. They look like millennials, so some of them might be a little older. They work all their lives, they save their money, they follow the rules, they pay the taxes, and then one day your bank is just like, nope, you can't take money out. It's our money, not yours anymore. It's a sad story. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, you can't shut that down. If you got a Nano Ledger S, a government can't freeze your account because you have a hardware wallet. Be your own bank, people. This could happen to any of us. Just because we're in America does not mean that this couldn't happen to us. And not saying it will. I don't want this to happen to us, but it's good to be prepared. It is good to, blaze your own path. Blaze your own path. Be your own. Be your own arbiter. Be your own ambassador. And last story of the day, guys. I know this is a quick one, but duty calls. VChain, MasterCard, Alipay join Australia China Supply Chain Consortium. Yes, guys, I'm a huge fan of VChain. If you don't know what VChain is, real quick, they supply radio frequency tags, QR codes, and other tracking systems in order to track things on the blockchain, pretty much. They currently have two big partners, PwC and Walmart of China. And I read a couple of days ago that they're going into agriculture, so tracking produce, tracking meats, all that stuff. That's going to be extremely, extremely profitable and good for the agriculture community. So let's take a look at the story. VChain, MasterCard, and Alipay are among heavy hitters backing the new APAC Providence Council, focused on Australia's 76 billion of exports to China. Let's take a look. VChain, MasterCard, Alipay, heavy hitters, and new APAC Council, which has already secured millions of funding for supply chain tracking and finance pilots throughout the Asia Pacific region. The consortium will provide comprehensive solutions for authenticating and tracking food, wine, and produce using blockchain, with a particular focus on the $76 billion of exports from Australia to China. Now, why is tracking food, wine, and produce through the blockchain important? Well, in the world, we have extreme amounts of food waste. Food goes spoiled, food gets forgotten about, food gets wasted, food gets thrown away. So if we track the food tracking, wow, if we track food through blockchain, which is immutable, can't be changed, transparent, then we can definitely cut down on a lot of the food waste we have in not only in America but throughout the world. Wine, there's a huge black market of wine out there, especially in China. You could they'll tell you that you're buying $100 bottle of, I don't know, Cabernet or Merlot, when in fact it's a $12 bottle and they're still selling it to you for $100. So you could, if you're unsure if you got a counterfeit product, you could bust out the VChain QR code, hit the code on the wine bottle, and figure out if it's real or not. See, this is the future of blockchain. Use cases like this, use cases where it will save companies billions, if not trillions, of dollars in food waste, cut out counterfeiting, cut out spoilage in produce. So with VChain working with MasterCard and Alipay, I think Alipay is the highest, is like the number one um, credit card payment system in China, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. But this is huge, and we want to keep hearing great news about VChain. I mean, I think they're a great company. Um, they were in my first video about 100x altcoins that could happen in the next 2 to 3 years. So if you haven't heard about VChain, I'd check them out. And I actually wanted to take a look at the halving calculator. Should have had this. Should have had that taken care of. So anyway, here is the block halving calculator. It is beautiful. The block halving reward countdown. We have 7 days, 16 hours, 39 minutes, and 48 seconds. Market seemed to have a little bit of a dump today and yesterday, but I'm not worried. I still have a price prediction of 12K before the halving. We have 7 days to go. That's easy. 4K for Bitcoin is nothing. I still think it's nothing. And yes, people have said that the halving is priced in, but I just don't believe it. And I could be right, I could be wrong, who knows. I still expect 12K Bitcoin for this halving, before this ticker goes to zero. 7 days. And if we take a look at the markets here, we've got a sea of red in the last 24 hours. Again, I just think it's whales taking profits. I don't think nothing's changed over the past 2 days. No major news has come out about, Bitcoin being hacked or, XRP being hacked. Nothing like that happened. So I should expect a retracement upwards here um, within the week, and we'll see where Bitcoin ends up in 7 days. I'm super excited for the halving. I'm super excited for the future. So yeah, VeChain's doing minus 4.3. That's okay. Basic attention token. That's gonna be a really good coin here. And then the next 2 or 3 years. Looks like Digibyte stopped pumping a little bit. So yeah, let's take a look. See if any pump and dumps are doing good. Hyperion still pumping. Wow. Hollow. Hive still pumping. That's good for Hive people. Streamer Data coin. Don't know what that is. BitTorrent's up. Hedera Hashgraph is up. Good work. Alright. So that is it for me today, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Um, Again, we're giving away a Nano Ledger S. Would love to get more views. Would love to give away that Nano Ledger S. Yeah, so if you guys are doing well, keep doing well. And if you're not doing well, do well. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday wherever you are. Goodbye.